Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop, and today we're going to be talking about the top or best performing hoop shoes of this year so far, or I guess in like the past year. And this of course is just my list. This is my personal opinion, and I am a guard, so I do favor like lower to the ground feeling shoes, more responsive feeling shoes, lighter weight as well, and really nice traction. So that's kind of just what I prefer, and obviously what people want and what their preference is, it varies from person to person. So of course, like I said, this is just my list. If you guys do want to cop any of these shoes, I try to leave the link in the description box. And if you guys do choose to get any of these shoes, it does help me out if you get it from the link in the description box, or kind of like the product pictures underneath this video. And as always, thank you guys so much for all of the support. But yeah, let's get it started right off with the Way of Wade 808 Ultra V2. You know what I mean? I love playing in that shoe. It looks absolutely amazing. It reminds me a lot of the Kobe 9, but with better cushion. It has a full length boom drop in midsole. It's really soft, it has a nice little bounce to it as well. Hard impacts aren't the best, because it is a softer foam. It does, like, my foot bottoms out the cushion a little bit on harder impacts, but for the most part you're gonna be covered. For the cushion, traction is top tier, and also the material quality is really nice. You get a nice knit material, and it's just better than the regular 808 Ultra. Also, by the way, the regular 808 is on sale for like $100, which is crazy. You're getting a drop-in midsole, amazing performer, with a really nice bite for the traction for only $100. So just keep that in mind. But of course, yeah, the 808 Ultra is my favorite out of all the 808s. But yeah, it is a little bit more expensive, coming at $160, but the quality is great and the performance is really nice as well. All right, next we got, of course, the AE1. I love playing in that shoe. It is one of my favorite hoop shoes for the past couple years. You know what I mean? It surprised the hell out of me, and it's weird as well because it is really heavy. It's a really heavy shoe, coming in at like 15.5 ounces. However, it doesn't feel super heavy because it's not bulky, and it's a really responsive feeling shoe. You feel very quick when you're playing it because the traction is a GOAT traction. It has amazing traction. Also, the cushion is really nice. Especially if you're a guard, you're gonna enjoy it. You're low to the ground, like one of the best court feels that you can get on the market right now. Step and comfort is still really nice. Its stroke board's pretty soft, and you have that cutout, like circle cutout on the heel. Impact protection is adequate. Very good support. And I just really like playing in that shoe. And also, it's a great looking shoe too. Just got the Stormtrooper colorway in. Amazing colorway, by the way. And I just really like how it looks, especially when you're wearing like black pants, because like that, the canvas material, the material that kind of comes up in the ankle, is black as well, making it kind of like, blend in with your entire outfit a little bit if you're wearing black pants. So I love the AE1s, especially the price, $120, you know what I mean? Because the AE1 performs very similarly to the next shoe, the Harden Volume 8. It's just there's a couple of minor differences. The Harden Volume 8 is a little bit bulkier, and also the traction isn't as good on dust, you know what I mean? But the Harden Volume 8 is still an amazing performer, and that's why it's still on this list. It's still a top performer. However, it's just more expensive. You know what I mean? It's $160, $40 more expensive. And so because of that, I would probably suggest going with the AE1, but the Harden Volume 8 is still super duper nice. So there's that. Moving on to the next shoe, of course, is the Nike Jaw 1. And I would say a lot of the Nike shoes on this list, I'll say what they are. They perform very similarly as far as like the cheaper shoes go, right? So I have the Jaw 1, the Sabrina 1, and also the Freak 5. So they all have a 4-foot zoom unit, which is, it feels top loaded. You can feel a nice little subtle bounce in all of them. I would say the React is definitely the best though for the Sabrina one, because it's just softer and you get a nice little rebound back. The Jaw 1 still has a little bit of compression, and then the Freak 5 also has a nice little bit of compression, but it feels a little bit bouncier than the Jaw 1, but not as bouncy as the React found in the Sabrina 1, right? But if you're looking for the best support, I would say the Jaw 1 is the most supportive. It has that mesh material, but it just feels a lot more sturdy, right? And also it has nice like padding in the back of the shoe, right? The tongue is plush and also the ankle area is plush, which feels great. The Freak 5 is also pretty plush, you know, in the back of the shoe, especially with the tongue, but the Sabrinas are a lot more minimal feeling, especially with the upper material in the toe box. You know, if you want a very light feeling shoe, they're all very light and very minimal feeling. However, if I remember correctly, the Jaw one is the lightest out of all of them, right? But yeah, they all perform very similarly, right? Really nice traction for the Jaw one. Same thing with the Sabrina one. However, the Sabrina one, in my personal experience, picked up a little bit more dust than the Jaw one and also the Freak 5. The Freak 5 has really nice traction as well. Amazing bite on the clean cord especially. And also for support, the Jaw one and the Freak 5 are better than the Sabrina one. So the Sabrina one, although I didn't have like any terrible issues or anything, the support, especially for lateral containment, was adequate for me. It's just like, you know, the material is a lot thinner and also a little bit flimsier feeling than the Jaw one and the Freak 5. So it didn't feel as supportive, you know what I mean? So anyways, now, all very similar performers, and also all of them are really nice, and that's why they're on this list. The Jaw one is 110, or it started off as 110 bucks, but the Nike is price gouging, guys, and some of the colorways that are coming out are like 140 bucks. It's crazy. What are they doing? You know what I mean? 130, 140 bucks for some of the colorways, even though it came out for 110 bucks, you know? Sabrina one is 130 bucks, but they are on sale for like 90, 100 bucks, which is kind of nice. And also the Freak 5, I believe, was like 130 bucks. But then all of these shoes are on sale. Like Nike shoes are like spring sale are crazy, guys, you know? So there's that. One shoe that I really like to play in is the Zoom GT Cut 3. You know what I mean? The only thing I don't like about the shoe is the fit. I wish the fit was a little bit better or a little bit more snug in the toe box for me. But other than that, the traction is really nice. I love how springy that shoe feels as well. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I don't know what they did with that shoe, but it just feels really springy, you know? And then the cushion isn't great. I feel like it's probably because I'm light, you know, but they are using ZoomX, like a ZoomX core. And, you know, once I start going, you know, once I start really playing and sprinting and jumping and stuff like that, I can feel the ZoomX, but when I'm like walking around, I can't feel it as much, you know? But it's a pretty nice cushioning setup. Is responsive, but like, how much was that shoe? I think it was like 190 bucks. So for the quality, especially the upper, it's not good, you know, but it feels nice on foot, I guess. So yeah, Zoom GT Cut 3 is a really nice performer. All right, next we got the cheap version of that shoe, which is the Academy. The GT Cut Academy is like 90 bucks and it's really nice. The cushion's still like, I believe they were using Renew foam, I think, but it's still soft. And then it says bottom loaded zoom in the forefoot, which sucks, but overall it's a nice responsive cushioning setup. The traction is really nice. It's top tier traction. You have an amazing bite. The upper also is, I would say the upper is nicer in quality than the GT Cut 3. You know what I mean? But yeah, support's great as well. It's a really lightweight shoe, so the Academy is really nice, you know. Next we got the LeBron 21. Also some of the colorways, especially for the spring sale, it's like 100 bucks. It's 50% off, you know what I mean? So yeah, crazy deals right now. But anyways, it's retails for 200 bucks, which is crazy expensive, but it's a really nice performance. Traction is top tier, although it is a little bit inconsistent on dust. It does get a little bit dangerous if you let a little too much dust build up on the outsole, but if you keep up with your wipes, you should be fine. Cushion also is super nice. You get a Zoom turbo unit in the forefoot, a really large volume zoom unit in the heel, and also we have nice compression in the heel too. Support's great. It's overall like a lot lighter than older LeBrons. You know, if I remember correctly, it was like average weight, but it's a really responsive shoe. So LeBron 21 is a very nice performer. All right, next we got a shoe that I wasn't even planning on reviewing. But I got it in and it surprised the hell out of me, and I love playing that shoe, and it's the Anta Zap 1. It's Dante DiVincenzo's shoe. So I don't know why he has a shoe, but he does, and it's really nice. The traction is top tier. You have an amazing bite on that shoe, and also the cushion is really nice. You know what I mean? They are using full length N2 foam, but if you look underneath the insole, they're using a very soft and also very open mesh for the strobe board, which is insane. So step-in comfort is really great, but still responsive, right? And you know, you have nice compression in the heel still. Support's great. It's a really lightweight shoe. It's responsive, and also the upper is super duper minimal. So the Zap 1 is an amazing shoe, especially if you're a guard, which I am. So I love playing in the Zap 1. And next, also another shoe I really like playing in is the Anta Kai 1, which is Kyrie Irving's brand new signature shoe with Anta. And I would say the Kai one is way better for cushion than the Zap one. It still feels responsive, but a lot more comfortable and plush. I don't know what they did with the N2 foam. They're both using N2, like full length N2 foam, but it's probably because the Kai one's a little bit thicker, you know what I mean? Also, whatever foam they're using in the like lateral side in the heel, it still has a lot of compression. It's very, very soft, but yet like still responsive. It doesn't feel too mushy. So I feel like they really balanced it out really well for the cushion. Traction also is really nice. It's biting really well. I wouldn't say it's like amazing, like top tier like the AE1, but it has really, really good stops, you know what I mean? And also it doesn't really feel like it's picking up that much dust either. I love the padding for the tongue and also in the ankle area. That feels really comfortable. The quality of the material, especially with the embroidered part, feels great. And it's minimal in the toe box, support's amazing. So the Kai one, I really love playing. And next, also another shoe that really surprised the hell out of me is the JB2 by Leaning, you know, and that's Jimmy Butler's signature shoe. And it's the only shoe where it really reminds me of Zoom, where like a foam reminds me of Zoom, right? So Boom is really, like, it's pretty bouncy, you know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know what they did, but coupling that with the full length like carbon fiber plate that they have in that shoe, it's just a really nice bouncy foam with amazing step and comfort, and impact protection is great. And also it's springy with the full length kind of like carbon fiber plate. Traction is amazing, guys. It's the only shoe that has rubber that reminds me of Flow. You know, like Flow is foam, right? But the JB2 is using rubber, you know, in the forefoot at least, right? And it stops really, really hard. It stops like almost instantaneously, pretty much just like the Curry Flows. So I love the traction, the support's great. So the JB2 is super duper nice. Of course, as you guys all know, the Player One Plus too, you know what I mean? The Player One Plus is absolutely amazing. I also love that it comes with 2 drop-in midsoles, and also if you want to get another drop-in midsole, you can get another drop-in midsole. That's what I love about Series Player Only, you know what I mean? It is a little bit expensive, coming in at 44 bucks, but for 44 bucks, you get fresh cushion, you know what I mean? Traction is top tier. And also the colorways that are coming are absolutely amazing. Do you guys see the all red colorway that came out? Also the Joker colorway looks awesome as well. So Player One Plus, and last but not least, we got Austin Reeves shoe, the Rigorer AR1, which is only 100 bucks. Some of the colorways that are coming out looks absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's a really responsive shoe. The traction is top tier. The cushion is more on the stiffer side of things, especially comparing to all the other shoes on this list, but it's still pretty nice, especially because they're using a very soft mesh struggle board. So it improves the step and comfort a little bit. Support is really nice in that shoe. It's a more supportive, rigid feeling shoe comparing to, like, I don't know, I guess pretty much all the other shoes on this list, but it still feels really nice because of that rigid feel. And I really like the quality of the upper as well. It's supportive, it's thin, conforms to your foot really well, and it's only 100 bucks. And also for the tongue with like it looks like Boost pellets, you know what I mean? Obviously it's not Boost pellets, but you know, it's very, very soft on top of your foot. So anyways, those are like my favorite shoes, and in my opinion, the top performing shoes that you can get pretty much right now. I guess I don't know, I didn't really like the Book one as much, you know, comparing it to, you know, like the Jaw one and the Sabrina one, but you know, the Book one's still pretty nice. But yeah, that's pretty much my list for top performing hoop shoes of this year so far. So that about concludes this video. Again, if you guys want to cop any of these shoes, I try to leave the free link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.